Earlier this year, I was about ready to give up on UX. I was like, what is this? It's a joke. I actually studied to be a journalist. My path out of college was to work at a newspaper. Those newsrooms were just giving their reporters an iPhone and saying, okay, now you're the photojournalist. Using language to communicate people's stories, that's been what I've been passionate about throughout my life. I would interview people and tell their stories, hopefully to make a positive impact on their life. But I also work in this big organization that's trying to make as much money as it can. That is something that is really critical about HmntyCntrd and Vivian's work. You are starting to grapple with what are the moments of conflict in that scenario. Because until you actually recognize that tension, until you recognize that those two things aren't always in harmony, then you're gonna have trouble making progress in terms of actually making a difference in people's lives. One of the neat things about HmntyCntrd was this aspect of being in a pod of other people. We were very real with each other. It helped you understand how this shows up differently in other people's lives. One of the activities we did that was really, really hard was this idea of a privilege budget, right? Like you could have a certain amount of money and then you could just buy privileges for your life, and different groups got different amounts of money. Some people have no choice of whether to choose. Some people are born with no choice in the matter at all. As someone who's had a lot of comfort in my life, like as a straight white man, I've not been in a lot of situations where things have been uncomfortable. And what I've had to realize is like, that's because the world, a lot of it is designed for like this default of me, people like me. Having learned what I've learned, now I have this responsibility to actually be applying it every day when I show up. Being committed to the work long term and being mindful of how you're responding and being aware of what you can control and help with, being ready for those moments. Whoever has power in those moments needs to be using it to do the right thing and not the wrong thing. I feel like I've never had a bigger challenge.